what's going on YouTube? Dave back again, and I've got another update for Asuka for you. So what I ended up doing, I ended up picking up 2 sets, and it was off of a shop on eBay. And you can email them, and I think on eBay it's I think this is the name that's on for eBay. And it was $14.15 for one set and $13.95 for the other. I wasn't exactly sure what size that I needed. I measured it, and I wanted to make sure I got it right, the first time. So I ended up ordering 2 sets. I ended up getting a pair of 8mm, and I ended up getting a pair of 10mm. And the 8mm actually ended up being about perfect for this, since this is a 1/6 scale kit. Now, I was hoping that they would be a little more vibrant, but I do really like the effect. I think it turned out pretty good. Everyone says how freaking creepy it looks, and it does look it doesn't look as creepy as when it didn't have eyes, but it does look pretty creepy, as is without any paint or anything on there. Now, it is just stuck in there right now with some blue tack. I'll show you that here in a second. Now, these are glass eyes. It says made in Japan. They are glass eyes with, I believe, acrylic backing. And I opened up this one just so I could show you guys in a little better detail. All right, had to do some finagling on there to get it to focus in. But you can see, depending on the light catching it, you do get some realistic views with the eye. Sorry. And actually on this one, it's showing up pretty good. When I take pictures with my phone, it completely looks like it's all blacked out and she's all psychotic and stuff like that. But I think as far as the quality on the back, they're shaped like this and has a little hole. Now, these are actually meant for dolls and things like that. But if you have a kit that you have the option of being able to put eyes in, I know there's a 1/4 scale ray, which I used to have. And you could do the eyes in it, and it actually looks pretty cool. Ray's kind of hard because she has the red eyes, but you can find them. Now, what I ended up doing is I ended up having to clean out the eye sockets back here from what the original was. And one of my favorite tools for cleaning up resin, this is actually for a router. That's the word I'm looking for. So you put this in, and it's for routing out wood. And you can see that is pretty beefy. I primarily use the tip, which isn't too bad, and then the sides for taking out bigger chunks. Works excellent. As long as you don't get all crazy and run it at like 30,000 RPMs and just dig in, you're going to be fine. I can do minor seam line shaving with this with no issues at all. Just be light-handed with it and be cautious. The nice thing, instead of using like a small sand bit or a small Dremel bit, instead of throwing off powder, this is going to throw off little chunks or little pieces. Much easier to clean up. I'm going to do a full, since I'm getting back to my roots of doing resin, I'm going to do a full video at some point, just showing you the tools that I use, safety precautions, things like that. It does not mean that I adhere to them and practice them on a regular basis, but it's things that I recommend, especially if you're starting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out this sticky tack, because the eyes will actually end up being glued in. If I can get the sticky tack out. Holy crap. Come on. Come on. Okay. So this is what the inside looks like. I ended up having to drill out, mill out the sockets. You'll focus in. And I actually need to do a little bit more cleanup and trimming. But this is what it looks like. Creepy, huh? What I ended up doing, if you guys can see, is I actually had what I thought was aluminum rod, which turned out not to be aluminum rod. It must be some kind of steel, because the magnets that are in the neck, when I was just placing it in, it kept either pulling it up or down because there's, you know, the big magnet that holds it to the body, and then the top one that holds the hair on, which is why I'm having to use the sticky tack. But, and you can see I actually chipped one right there. But, you know, once it's glued, it's all good. I will center. Having the bar like that keeps it kind of focused and the eyes pointing in the same direction. I do need to do some adjustment to get where, like in the photo, she's kind of looking off to the side. I don't know that I'm going to go with that, but it's a goal to base off of. But I just want to show you guys real quick before I tear this all down. Using the sticky tack to hold it in place, they will get glued in once everything's all painted and taken care of. But you can see in there I need to do some settling so that they fit into the socket a little bit better. Use some Aves epoxy sculpt to fill in the little tear duct areas to make it look more natural. I'm really pleased with how this ended up coming out. I just realized I've gone like over 7 minutes just talking about eyes. But welcome to my channel. You guys know what to expect. I don't like, you know, cutting a bunch of stuff out. That's just me. That's probably why I don't have 200,000 subscribers, because no one can stand sitting through all my videos. It takes dedication, and I appreciate every one of you that do take the time to sit through my videos. I appreciate it a lot. One thing I want you guys to stick around for is coming up in the next video. We're going to be discussing, look, remember I showed you the clear parts? Boop. Yep. We're going to be lighting up all of the light sections on the kit. I'll show you how I end up doing that. And it will only end up costing you about $7.99 for the light kit off of Amazon. I'll put the link down in the description of the video when I end up doing this. All right, guys. Stick around. I've got more great stuff coming. Also, I've got a bunch of PK King kits, which I'm super stoked to do reviews, builds on that. So, yeah, like I said, resin full swing. All right, guys, as usual, I will talk to you all later. Everyone have a great one. Peace out, YouTube.